How you doing, Dan McDonald, Life Regenerator here on the YouTube. How you doing? Hope you're having a great day. It's absolutely beautiful where I am, which is actually, I don't even know where I'm at. I just followed the Google map. I'm making some videos today with Dave Gaynor. His tumor is totally gone, so I was like, well, bro, we got to do some videos about that, because the power of the raw living foods and the enzyme therapy making something happen for a bro that the doctors are like, whoa, what just happened? Because usually people choose the cutting and the burning and the poisoning and the radiation and the pills and the surgeries, and then their health just shoots and plummets downhill. Instead, if you go the raw living foods with the enzymes and the herbs and the colonic and the massage and the rebounding, and clean out your lymphatic system and detoxify yourself at the cellular level, there's no place you can't go with your health. Check it out. Today is the last day to pick up my DVDs here for $97. Tomorrow they'll go up to $300 for this particular bundle, which is every single one of my DVDs: Transitioning to Raw, Detox Mastery, Blending Mastery, Raw Kitchen Essentials, Gourmet Raw Vegan Party Foods, Green Juice Recipes for Detox and Regeneration, Juicing for Energy and Peak Performance, Go Raw, Stay Raw, Lose a Pound a Day, Dan's Favorite Raw Recipes, Low Fat Raw Vegan Recipes for Energy and Weight Loss, Green Juice Recipes for Radiant Health and Beautiful Skin, and Life-Saving Salads and Dressings. All those DVDs, plus a video series with Lou Corona that will be only available to the people who purchase this particular sales package, which is my birthday bash. Yes, my birthday was in April, but YouTube shut me down, so I had to postpone the sale. So that's the reason why I'm still going here in the month of June. Also, I've got my top 4 healing juices as a bonus video, and 2 audio programs, which is Fast, Easy, and Permanent Weight Loss, which is a totally new take. No one's ever heard this stuff before in the lose weight movement. And then also the Get Healthy Now audio program. And a recorded live chat that I did in Vallejo, which was a home run. And also a live chat tomorrow. If you buy this $97 birthday bash special, you will be able to join us tomorrow for the live chat. Well, I will be going over and introducing a program that Sophia and I have been working on for months, which is the 8 Pillars of Health. So I look forward to seeing everybody tomorrow who purchased a $97 bundle. My personal opinion is that the live chat tomorrow introducing the 8 Pillars of Health is going to be worth the $97 in itself. You can take these DVDs and completely transform your life, your skills in the kitchen, your understanding of food, nutrition, detoxification. So what you get here is all the information you need for the transition period, the maintenance period, the building period, and the detoxification information. Okay, so check it out. There's a link down below. Like I said, $97 today. Tomorrow it goes up to $300, where it will stay. So thank you very much for letting me share that. The harder that you work, I'm telling you, hard work, it pays off. I know a lot of victims out there in the world. In fact, the whole world is full of victims. The world did it to me. But let me tell you what, some working gloves and a good idea with integrity and a product or service that creates value in this world, there's nowhere you can't go. There's nothing you can't do. Don't get into the victim role, because you're not a victim. You've got unlimited choices. You have the ability to make over 10 million choices in this moment. Do you choose to wake up and meditate and do yoga and get your work done, or do you choose to go goof off? Now, I've been working my butt off lately, and I'm looking outside, and it is a nice day, and I am going to go out and play, but I've got some work to do first. So, you know what I mean? But it's worth it. You know what I mean? Because a good balanced life between hard work and hard play is a really, really beautiful thing, and I want to recommend that to people. Get your vision, work hard, and what I have to do with all this kind of stuff, promoting DVDs and stuff, like I was raised with poverty consciousness. So for me to be where I'm at now, I got to tell you, I started planting the seeds of abundance years ago. I was like, I am going to change this. I am not going to live on the streets or in a van for the rest of my life. I did commit to freedom. I was walking on the streets. I was drunk, stoned. I remember I was But I wasn't stupid, and I was like, I have a backpack and nothing else, and nowhere to live and nowhere to go, and I'm cold and hungry. Getting drugs and alcohol is pretty cheap. 99-cent Mickey's 22 ounces. You know, I mean, anybody can. Oh, can I have $1, dude? I need a beer. Oh, here you go. You know, it's so easy. You know, of course, you can get a 99-cent cheeseburger too. So for years, not years, but for months, I remember living off $5 a day. It was either like this. If on the hungrier days, I would get 3 Jumbo Jacks with extra pickle, lettuce, and onion. I was already onto something there, wasn't I? I'd get the extra vegetables. I would either get 3 99-cent Jumbo Jacks and 2 22 ounces, and then, or on the more thirstier days, I would get 3 beers, 22 ounces, and get really drunk, and then have 2 cheeseburgers. And then with the herb, all I had to do was sit there, and I remember, years later I figured this out. I was practicing the law of attraction, because I would sit down on the sidewalk, and I would sit there and I would think, man, it's time to get irie. You know what I mean? It's time to get irie. And then I would just sit there and some hippie would come along or some brother would come along, hey man, you want to hit one up? You know, and it'd be like, okay. So I was practicing the law of attraction way back then, you know, manifesting that kind of thing. It would never be more than an hour from the time I decided it was time to get irie. If you know what I'm talking about, 420, you know, I don't do that anymore or advocate it, but I don't judge anyone either. And that's the title and the topic of today's video after that warm-up. So, check it out. Today's video title is Stop Judging Other People. I saw this video thread, the vegans versus the Paleos. The vegan police, which are just as violent as anybody I've ever seen. And then there's the paleo who's just as violent, and everybody's violent and angry. And so they're not setting a good example, so I'm not going to listen to anybody, you know? I don't care about the paleo people because they're angry and pissed off, and I don't care about the vegan people because they're angry and pissed off. I'm just going to get healthy. You know, I went vegan for health, and I stayed that way. Because an unhealthy vegan is pale and pasty and weak and skinny and doesn't set a good example. And so the other dude with meat who's a little more pumped up, at least he's got some stimulation and his blood is pumping and he's engorged and he's got some energy and vitality. If you don't do the vegan thing right and you just, I'm a vegan, you know, and I hate people that eat meat, you know, but then you eat like Fritos and Pepsi and, you know, devitalized white rice and white bread and chips and soda and all this. I'm a soda chip drinking vegan. And you look all pasty and pale and your skin's all bad and you're all white because your blood cell count is really high. You're not setting a good example, and the other dude's gonna be like, well dude, I'm not gonna listen to you, dude. If you learn this stuff, you learn how to do the vegan thing right, to where you've got proteins and fats and nuts and seeds, and you've got the fruits and the vegetables, and you know when to detox, like the summer fruit detox right now, you know. And then there's other times in the winter where you get some more of the nuts and seeds and stuff like that. And you just learn how to do it with the seasons, and you learn how to educate yourself so you're not like a sickly vegan, and then you can set a good example, you know what I mean? And so everybody's like arguing and fighting over diet. Well, guess what? You want to know how much I want to have to do with that? Absolutely nothing. Want to know why? Because the world isn't broken and I'm not trying to fix it. And if there was one thing that I know that I can do, which I have done, which has completely transformed the world, was to transform myself. To go and listen to the great prophet Michael Jackson and look at the man in the mirror and say, I'm asking you to make a change, bro. I'm asking myself, yo, because I know I'm not perfect. You know what I mean? And unless you're perfect and walking on water, you really should look at the man in the mirror. And you make a difference right there. And when you shine so bright with your vegan diet that the whites of your eyes are like pure, and your laser beam clarity, and your pristine energy of inviting warmth that invites people in and says, oh, you don't even think about what they eat. Because you got to think about it. The lady at the grocery store, should I punch her in the face because she's 100 pounds overweight and depressed, and then give her like a 20-minute lecture on why you're so screwed up because you eat donuts and eat burgers from the McDonald's? She doesn't know any better. She's just ignorant, just like everybody. We're all ignorant. I'm ignorant. How do I know that? Because each and every day I learn more about what I was ignorant about yesterday. So what am I ignorant about today that I'm going to be learning about tomorrow? That's what I'm curious about. Not trying to shake everyone. And here's what it is. The people love to, human beings and the human ego loves to take a position. You want to know why? Because if an ego has a position to defend, it can spend its whole life defending that position about how right it is so that it can completely avoid ever having to look at itself. If you get on the spiritual path, you will see that your ego will do every single thing that it can from your spirit, disassembling that ego, crumbling it down so that there's more space, more peace, more harmony, more love, more consciousness, more God light. You know what I'm saying? This volume better be on. And it is. Good. I was thinking, did I turn the mic on? Oh boy, this is a pretty good video so far. So for me, I'm going to love everyone, no matter what they eat. And I don't even give a crap, because what am I going to do? Punch my daughter in the face for eating a piece of salmon? It's her life. And the thing is once you get to a certain level of sophistication, you know that the law of the universe is just. And everybody's going to get exactly what they get. Just like if you work hard and you make DVDs and they're high quality, you get a paycheck at the end of the month, and it's awesome. Then you can pay your bills and go places and do things. You know, that's the law of compensation, the divine law of compensation. Just like if you go around punching people in the face, eventually the law of the universe, somebody much bigger than you is going to come along and punch you in the face, knock your teeth out, and that's just the way that it's going to be. And eventually the law is going to catch up with you. Sometimes it's referred to as karma, and it's a real thing. And you can see that as you begin to be more advanced in your consciousness through the clarity of your blood and your glands and your receptivity to the fields of energy which contain all knowledge and all light and all understanding. And your understanding can grow as you pay attention and get real with life. That's what I recommend, is get real with life, be true to yourself, love everyone no matter what they eat, quit arguing and fighting if you can, but if you love it and you love the fiery rage that you get, which keeps you distracted, because there's a million different ways. Oh, this person does drugs, this person watches porn, this person's a sex addict, this person's a religious nut, this person, you're pointing all these fingers about all these people, but you know, but people don't realize they use exercise to escape their problems. They use food. They use positions, soapboxing, anything that people can do to escape the dealing with their self. But I'll tell you, happiness and freedom will come to those who have the courage to face themselves, to deal with life on life's terms, and accept things as they are, as heavy as your heart can get. Maybe things didn't go your way. Do you spend the next 20 years using food to drown out the fact that your husband left you for another woman? Or do you take the time and do you take the month or 3 months or 6 months, whatever it takes, to heal the cords of your heart that got severed and cut, and you're like, what? You got betrayed, and it just sunk down in your guts, and you could never get over it. And every time that came up for the tears to be shed, for the release of your husband, you go and you stuff it back down with food or some other kind of exit strategy, and you never get free. So when those kinds of things come up, betrayal, hurt, pain, those are the times to, you know, really just face it. Go into the heaviness in your heart. Feel it. Let the tears come. Find someone to talk to, or just lay in bed and just feel terrible and let it just burn itself out. When your heart is burning, that is when the love in your heart is purifying and burning away the pain. And eventually, my friend, trust me on this, I know this, after a lifetime of pain. I know pain. I know sadness. I know depression. I know heaviness. And when you deal with those unpleasant things and you really process them and you really let them go, you will step to another level of freedom. You will gain more peace, and you will be glad that you decided to walk through the fire of purification, which allows you to have compassion on others. Then you don't have to judge anyone for what they eat, because I know why you do it. You do it to avoid yourself. Don't try to fix a world that isn't broken. If you want to improve yourself, if you want to expand your potential, that is how you save the world, by changing yourself. You know what I mean? Until then, I'm going to continue on loving everyone, not judging anyone for what they eat. It's none of my business. I love fruits and vegetables, nuts and seeds, the natural living raw foods diet. What it's done for me and what it's doing for me, like today, especially in the last few weeks. I toned it up, tuned it up, turned it on, little water fast, little juice fast, watermelon cleansing. Okay, I mean, the things that you can do with the raw living foods is incredible. But you know what? In fact, if you can't heal it with raw living foods, enzymes, herbs, colonics, rebounding massage, breath work, oxygen, sunlight, you can't heal it. You know what I mean? But it can be healed. And you can regenerate your entire life. You can regenerate your financial abundance. You can regenerate your understanding of relationships and thrive. I know there's a lot of husbands and wives out there right now that are just humming through this thing, man. It's like, okay, there's resentment. It's like, okay, honey, whatever, you know. And there's no, like, where's that spark? Come on, you men. We're going to get into this soon on how to be a man, because I've been learning how to be a man. To get up here and, you know, it's kind of like F the haters, you know what I mean? That's kind of how you have to be in this life. And there's going to be all those people that are going to try to stop you from being a man and living on your purpose. And then your woman's going to sense that weakness, and she's going to be like, okay, whatever, you know. You got to blast through the blocks, you know. You got to blast through the blocks to the punk asses that are trying to throw, like, you know, trying to throw a stick in your spokes, you know. And you just like, oh, you just threw some stick in my spokes? I'm going to the bike shop, getting a new tire, and I'm riding on, sucker. And he's like, oh, damn it, I didn't slow him down for long. No, you didn't, because I will blast through those plateaus. And when the man or the masculine is blasting through those plateaus, the woman's like, ooh, what's up? Come over here and give me some of that love, that courage. And then y'all can thrive. We'll go into that a little bit more, but just, man, committing to your relationship improvements, committing to the improvements in your health, committing to the improvements in every area of your life, and continually giving praise to the Most High by allowing yourself to remove the debris that's in the way of your light shining. You're afraid to let your light shine. Why? Because there are hater bitches out there that are going to be hating up on you, because they're never going to do it. They're never going to do it. They don't have the balls to do it. But you do. Or the ovaries. Politically correct. So don't let anybody stop you. Because you got the people that love you, the people that hate you, and most of the world is pretty much neutral. Yeah, whatever. Dan McDonald, he's an okay guy. So what? You know what I mean? Oh, maybe I'll buy his DVDs, maybe not. You got the people that love you, like, oh, dude, I got to get those DVDs. I love DTM. I don't even need the DVDs. I'll just buy them because I love them. Then there's the people, most of the people are like neutral. Oh, etc. I don't care. Here, I'll fill up your gas tank, you know. Or, oh, here, thank you for shopping at Safeway. You know, they don't care about you, and they're just doing their job, and everything's neutral, and you're cool, and you send them blessings anyways. And then there's the people that hate you that are like, I will never, I wish I could make DVDs and be free like DTM, but I never will. I hate him, you know. And so what? But see, I tell you, I let those little crybaby victims bring me down because I wanted people to like me. But as you grow and grow, you're like, oh, not everyone's going to like me. But you know what? You focus on the people that do. You focus on the people on your Facebook that are like, dude, I love you. I've lost 47 pounds and my cancer's gone. Thank you. You're like, oh, okay, well then I guess I got to continue on blasting through these plateaus because I got goals here. You know what I'm saying? And you hopefully have a valuable product or service. You're going to live on purpose. We're going to go into the 8 pillars. That's one of them, is purpose in your life. And then you can find out, boom, you got a purpose, you're solid, you're going for it. You got all the reasons to get healthy, to be happy, to improve yourself. You know, so you can show up. How are you showing up to life? Are you showing up with courage, or are you showing up with fear? Yeah, we all got fear, but open up your heart. Push through it. Push through it. Push through it. For the men and the women. You know what I mean? It's more of a masculine quality, yes, but still, each person has, you know, I take pictures of flowers. I have a lot of feminine in me as well. You know, I'll be soft and gentle when I need to be, but when it's time to bust through the plateaus and break through and get over to the next level, I'm putting my head down and I'm going. So I think that's enough for today. Otherwise I could rap on because I love this kind of stuff. Because I do believe that this type of information that's coming out of this mouth can be very, very beneficial, because it's always prayed over. If you want to know how to really become successful, pray over everything you do. Pray over every potato you peel. Say, dear Lord, you know, help me to peel this potato with the best of my ability. And I say, dear Lord, put your words in my mouth, put your thoughts in my mind, put your love in my heart so that I can make videos that'll help people where they're at. Just do what you need to do. You know your people. You know what your people need. And use me as a vessel. I've got a camera. I've got a big mouth that just talks and talks, and a lot of good vocabulary and great ideas and a lot of experiences. So use me for your goodness. You know what I mean? And let's make some peace in this world. I'm at peace with myself today more than ever before. And I'd like to see other people be at peace, regardless of what people are putting into their mouth. If you really want to do it, set a good example and then start a YouTube channel. And then I'll come and watch you over there. When what you're doing is impressive and inspiring, I'll come and watch you. But until then, the soapboxing and all the foul mouthing and bad mouthing everyone to try to prove your point, it'll never work. You can't hit a flower with a hammer and get it to grow. You just stand back, send love to the flower, water it a little bit, and just cultivate, and then let the law of life work its way through you to become the best, brightest, most beautiful flower that you were meant to be. I've got a lot more work to do, and then I am going to go outside and play, because I love oxygen, sunlight, playing, letting go, music, grass, riding my bike, running, yoga, checking out new places I've never even been before. Like, I don't even know where I'm at. My friend Dave was like, here's the address. I put it into the Google map, drove here to this awesome place that Dave paid for. I'm like, yeah, I gotta stay in places like this more awesome. The internet's awesome. The view's awesome, but the frickin' freeway's right there, which I hate. So I'm kind of looking forward to getting out of here because I want to get back to nature. But it's good to have the internet. So I'll see you all tomorrow. For everyone who purchased the bundle on the live chat, I look forward to that, the 8 Pillars of Health. You ready for this? This is the DTM kind of staple program that I've been working on for months, so that I've got a real solid foundation to teach from. Lectures, and I'll do a PowerPoint presentation. But tomorrow it's being introduced on the live chat. So for $97, one more day, get it right now while you can, because this is epic information. And all this stuff that I shared on a video like this is all interspersed through here. And you watch these, it's going to take you it's going to take you about a year probably to review these 2 or 3 times to get this information saturated. But for $97, if you saturate yourself with this information, it's over. You're never going to be the same. You're going to know juices, smoothies, salads, soaked nuts and seeds, herbs, spices, how to make delicious, wholesome food. Imagine that, because there is junk, crap, filth, garbage. Every gas station, every grocery store. And the only thing I want is fruits, vegetables, and small amounts of nuts and seeds, and I can thrive on that because mostly I live off the oxygen. I'm an oxygen harvesting, sunlight, barefoot on the ground kind of a dude. And I get fed. You feed yourself from so many different ways other than just the food. And anger is going to be causing you to starve to death. And judgment of other people and criticism, keep your criticism to yourself. Shove it up your butt. Fix yourself, because you ain't perfect yet, you know what I mean? I see so much criticism out there of people who are so much better than everybody else, you know what I mean? And it's just, it's a waste of their time, it's a waste of my time, it's a waste of everyone's time to criticize and judge, because nobody's perfect. And if you were, you'd probably just be looking down at the body and leaving it behind and see ya. Because once you're done here, you're done here. But if you're still here, you're not done here. Because you'll get to a point where you're like inside your body while you're meditating, or you're out somewhere doing something, and you've been cleansing and healing and regenerating and letting go for years, and all of a sudden you walk on the spiritual path and you'll have this opportunity to just, and it'll come to you and you'll be like, I'm done here. I don't need, I've got it. And you can either decide to leave or you can stay and help other people, you know what I mean? Anyways, those are the more deeper spiritual teachings. God, I love just hanging out with you, especially when I'm in a mood like this. My life is so amazing right now because hard work and letting go and doing this work, everything I shared on this video. So I'm not blowing smoke up your behind, you know what I mean? It's real. I started doing this work long time ago. So don't think that you're going to do some kind of detox thing or some kind of little spiritual thing and 3 weeks later your whole life's going to be different. It takes a long time to change your brain, to change your choices, to see things differently, to wake up. But it doesn't, but I'm just saying you can still have instantaneous change by making a choice. Like, I'm not going to judge anyone anymore. And then when you do that, when you say that, you'll see how much you judge everyone. Just like you'll see when you commit to abundance years ago, like, I'm going to make abundance for myself. I am sick of being broke. I'm not going to be broke my whole life. Even though I was still happy when I was broke. You can be broke and happy. You can be rich and happy. You can be rich and unhappy. You can be broke and unhappy. Happiness is a choice that you make. You know what I mean? It really is. Because you can just choose happiness. No matter what. People are always victims. I'm a victim. It's the world's fault. No, it isn't. Because then you'll never get anywhere with victim mentality. Never. You'll never be empowered to take control and make something good happen for yourself. And bust through all the people bitching and complaining about you succeeding, because they're never gonna, whether it's weight loss, finances, your health, your relationships, you know. Yeah, me and Bob, we're getting along so much better. We get through this relationship counseling course, and then, you know, your friend Margaret's just like jealous because her and her husband haven't had sex in like a year, haven't had a date in like 6 months, and they're just depressed, and they're not going to go get no counseling because neither one of them want it. Well, they don't want to try, they don't want to work at it, screw it then. It's never going to happen. You don't work at making money, you probably ain't going to get paid. You don't work on your relationship, it probably ain't going to get better. You know what I'm saying? If you don't work on your diet and put out the effort, you're probably never going to lose weight. You're never going to get rid of the disease. It's up to you. I'm just saying, like, a message of self-empowerment. I told you I was going to quit this a long time ago. If you want to get the DVDs, today's the last day. Click on the link down below. It'll take you to a trailer. I'll see you all tomorrow at the live chat. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to go out and play. I'm going to go out and have fun. I'm going to go out and love my life. I'm going to love my work. I'm going to love my play. I'm going to love my adventures. Okay? And they are definitely on the way. And I will make videos as soon as I get a smaller camera, because this thing is a monster. Thank you. I really appreciate you very, very much. Have a great day. Peace.